Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Toxicity and welcome back to my channel. Recently we've been talking about Mega Evolutions, and my most recent video on Mega Evolutions was my top 10 countdown of Pokemon that I believe should get a Mega in the upcoming Pokemon Legends ZA game. Now that video was all about basic Pokemon or underused Pokemon getting a Mega Evolution just to make them that little bit better. But what if we took already amazing Pokemon, just like Garchomp, and we gave Garchomp a Mega Evolution, enhancing its stats and making it almost game breaking? Now, Mega Garchomp was absolutely terrifying to come up against. We also had Mega Charizard X, Mega Charizard Y that were also really good as well. There's just a few Megas that take the game to a whole new level. So this video is all about taking 3 Pokemon I believe could be absolutely insane if you give them a Mega Evolution. And this first one is a little bit hypothetical and a little bit crazy. So let's jump straight into the video. Now, first up, we're going to throw Rotom on this list. Rotom's stats are already base 440, so they're not the best, but they're not the worst. Rotom has the unique ability where you can transform its form into other Rotom forms. Could you imagine a Mega Evolution where you combines all of the Rotom forms together, kind of like Exodia in Yu-Gi-Oh? That would be absolutely insane. Now, I believe Mega Evolution enhances the stats by 100, so you could easily make this thing a defensive nightmare or just throw them across the board, but its special attack is already base 95 and its speed is already base 91, so it's going to outspeed quite a lot and do a lot of damage to a lot. So we could throw 25 space stats into the defenses and then 25 straight into special attack, or split that even further into the speed stat. Now, I couldn't imagine coming up against a Mega Rotom. This thing kind of looks like a Gigantamax or a Dynamax form that takes it to the next level, but as a Mega form. Now, Rotom's already a pretty decent Pokemon. It's more useful in-game rather than competitive. Normal people use the Rotom forms in competitive, but I could just see this Mega Rotom being an absolute beast and destroying teams left, right, and center. It could definitely come up against a few legends and give them a run for their money. Let me know what you think down below about this one. This one is a complete hypothetical. I don't think that would ever do anything like this, but I just think this would be really awesome. Coming up next is a Pokemon that I really don't hear much about in the Pokemon online space, but Kingdra getting a Mega Evolution would be absolutely insane. Kingdra's base stats are already 540, so you could throw the 100 stats on literally any of its stats, sorry. You could go 50 into special attack and 50 into speed and make this thing more of like a glass cannon that's just absolutely crazy, or you can balance it out and split them over each of the stats. Now, I would love for this thing just to have like Hydro Pump, Dragon Pulse, and just run through everyone. And I feel like you could just leave its typing the exact same. Dragon Ward is pretty unique, and the abilities on this thing, I'm not going to focus on abilities too much, but it already gets Swift Swim and also Sniper. Sniper increases the critical hit ratio, and Swift Swim enhances speed in the rain. So you can make this thing just come out in a rain team and absolutely outspeed everything on the enemy opponent's list. It's not going to be as overpowered as Garchomp, because obviously Garchomp is a pseudo legendary and has base stats of 600, but Mega Kingdra could give Garchomp a run for its money. It could be an absolute powerhouse, and I would just love to see Kingdra get a little bit more love and recognition in the Pokemon universe. Now, before we get into the ultimate Pokemon that could be formed from a Mega Evolution, I'm going to give a couple of honorable mentions to Dragonite and also Goodra. I feel like both these Pokemon get a little bit of love and a little bit of recognition from the Pokemon online space, but I feel like Mega Dragonite would be awesome being a Gen 1 Pokemon, and Goodra could also get some enhancements, maybe give it another typing, but Goodra got some love in Legends of Arceus, so I'm not sure they'd revisit this, but either of these Pokemon could be deserving of a Mega Evolution, but my number one pick is probably going to be the best of the lot. Now, pseudo-legendary Pokemon, in my opinion, should never have got Mega Evolutions, but since Hydreigon is a little bit unloved and Garchomp got itself a Mega Evolution, I'm going to throw Hydreigon on this list. Its design for a Mega Evolution could be absolutely insane. Obviously, Hydras grow more heads as one gets chopped off, so you can have this thing have 6, 12, 18, 30 heads, whatever you want to do. Make this thing look like an absolute nightmare, but its base stat total comes in at 600 already, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, it's a pseudo Pokemon or pseudo legendary Pokemon, so we can throw 30 onto the special attack 30 onto the speed, and throw 20 on defense and special defense, and this thing's almost not dying. Now, Dark Dragon is a perfect typing for Hydreigon. I wouldn't change that at all, and I feel like its abilities are okay, but obviously Mega Evolutions do sometimes have new abilities, so you could probably give this sort of Pokemon an ability. I believe the move is Snarl, where it takes 10 power from the rest of your team. You could do this with the heads. Like, if you give it 6 heads, it could do like 5 extra damage per head or something absolutely insane. That would be incredibly broken and incredibly busted, but I would love to see this. I would love to see Mega Hydreigon. Gen 5 is one of my favorite generations, and Unova deserves a little bit of love since we didn't get a remake or a game confirmed, so Mega Hydreigon is probably the next best thing. So there we have it. There are 3 insane Mega Evolutions that we could potentially see in Legends ZA. I completely doubt it because there are 3 already amazing Pokemon that could be absolutely busted in Pokemon Legends ZA, but still, I would love to see them. There's some Pokemon that are dear to my heart. There's some of my favorite Pokemon. But if you've got some favorite Pokemon or some Pokemon that would be absolutely busted if they got Mega Evolutions, definitely comment them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate all the love and support on the channel lately, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.